Yeah, what's up, everybody? Today is March 31st, 2021, allegedly. I'm gonna do a short video. I was thinking today about the purpose of children, the purpose of life. When people bring children into this world, this is common sense, mathematics. Children, when they come to this earth as babies, there's people here before them. Because there's people here before the children when they got here, these people guide the children into becoming what they are, developing their morals, their language, their ideas. These children who's coming to this earth from wherever they came from are soldiers. They are joining a group of people. Now, these group of people historically needed children in order to continue the society and assist in the work and bringing new ideas and fresh ideas and to defend against foreign and domestic enemies. So children are very important. And usually when people bring children into this world and train and teach them and develop them, they expect these particular children to grow up to assist the particular community, country, nation that brought them into this world. In the future, they are the future leaders, the future builders, the future parents. They're the future of the community, of the nation. But the so-called black community, the so-called Negro community, they don't see children this way. For one, they don't think children is important. They don't see the value in children, so they abort the children at an exceedingly high rate because they don't see value in bringing children here. And when they do bring them here, they bring them here for their own selfish gain. You know, they want to get money from the government. They want to utilize them for their own enjoyment, like an animal, like a pet. But they don't see the value in saying this is the future king, the future leader, the future defender, the future builder. And then they teach their children, this is the most lamented, unjust aspect. They enjoin their children. They obligate their children to their oppressive class. Because in America, we have an oppressive class. We are under feudalism. We are under oppression, white supremacy. This is the system that we, indulge in, engage in. We participate in white supremacy, black people. And the reason they participate, they teach their children to go and leave the community, leave the nation, and join the Caucasians and build and help them. Send their best children, like the best, most intelligent, the most gifted so-called black people, send their children away. They don't teach them to help develop where they came from, build their house up, build their family up, build their community up, build their nation up. They teach them to abandon the community and leave and develop and empower the oppressive. Now, this was done, if you look at the movie Roots and another movie called Goodbye Uncle Tom, these slave movies, the so-called slave owner, which never made sense to me. Like, even to this day, a dude ain't finna be there when a lady is giving birth. But why do they have this so-called slave master right there while the lady is giving birth? And then he give the lady, in this movie Goodbye Uncle Tom, he give the lady 25 cents like he purchased the baby. This was the mentality back then. They brought children into the slave plantation in order to help the so-called master develop and build wealth. But the same children that exist now, without so-called the slave plantation, these so-called Negroes can teach their children to bring wealth to their self, to empower their self, but you're still selling them for 25 cents. when they go to prison for life, when they did the murder, when they did the crime due to poverty, it's all engineered poverty. They go to prison for life so they could work for free, basically, for the rest of their life for these corporations that own prisons. Or if you don't go to prison, you leave the community and you go and empower a Caucasian corporation. Or you move into their community and you bring tax dollars and boost their economy. The high-earning Negroes move to the affluent Caucasian communities. And that actually helps the average income ratio. They call it, the average income per zip code. They judge communities based on income of the average citizen. So when a high-earning Negro leaves the so-called ghetto, which is a Nazi Germany term, they bring down the average income and they increase the average income into a so-called non-black community. So these so-called Negroes are destroying themselves. They're destroying their future because they don't really see a future outside of the so-called slave master. It's the same slave mentality. You can't see yourself existing, functioning without oppression, without being dictated to. You don't practice self-autonomy. You don't practice self-determination.